Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss about rectilinear figure. In our previous video we discussed about quadrilateral and kinds of quadrilateral. Our first quadrilateral was trapezium. What is trapezium? What is isosceles trapezium? We discussed well in our last video. Once at a glance, a trapezium. What is the definition of a trapezium? Trapezium is a quadrilateral in which two pair of opposite sides are parallel and other pair of sides are non-parallel, then it is called a trapezium. When non-parallel sides are equal, then that trapezium is called isosceles trapezium, like isosceles triangle, so isosceles trapezium. And then today we will discuss about next rectilinear figure, next polygon, that is a parallelogram, and some points relating to parallelogram we will discuss. Now let's see special kinds of quadrilateral. Number 1 point was over in your last video. Number 2, that is parallelogram. Points relating to or terms relating to parallelogram. First, number A, what is parallelogram? As like as a trapezium, so parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which two pair of opposite sides are parallel. If this is a parallelogram, A, B, C and D. So when two pair of opposite sides are parallel, means AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC, then that quadrilateral, that rectilinear figure is called parallelogram. So the parallelogram and other important points of a parallelogram. In parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal. Then number B, point AB is equal to CD, AD is equal to BC. Second statement relating parallelogram. Then third statement, opposite angles are equal. Angle A is equal to angle B and angle C is equal to angle D. Opposite angles are equal. What are the statements? What are the terms relating to parallelogram, which we have to know while we doing the exercise or while we doing the theorems relating rectilinear figure. Opposite angles are equal, opposite sides are equal, and opposite sides are parallel. Then D, consecutive angles are supplementary to each other. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Consecutive means co-joint angle. Co-joint angles or consecutive angles are supplementary. Angle A is one angle, then consecutive angle of A either B or D, means angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree, and angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. This is the consecutive angle. This angle consecutive with this angle, because AD is parallel to BC. If AB is the transversal, so these two angles are also called co-joint angle, means they are consecutive angles which measure 180 degree. Then come to diagonal. This is AC diagonal, this is BD diagonal. Very important thing, two diagonals, E point, diagonal AC and BD, AC and BD bisect at point O. AC and BD bisect at point O, means AO is equal to CO. AO is equal to CO, that is equal to half of AC, and BO is equal to DO, that is equal to half of BD. This is the AC and BD bisect at a O point. AO is equal to CO, that is equal to half of AC. BO and DO is equal to half of BD. That is bisect each other. Then next point, F. Every diagonal, means each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. Means if AC is a diagonal, so ABCD parallelogram divides into two triangles, that is ABC, triangle ABC congruent to the triangle ACD, triangle ACD, and in another diagonal BD divides the parallelogram into two equal triangles or two congruent triangles, means ABD triangle ABD congruent to the triangle ABD BCD, triangle BCD. So every diagonal or each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. BD AC is a diagonal, so triangle ABC congruent to the triangle ADC, and whenever BD is the diagonal, so ABD is congruent to the triangle BCD. Then two diagonals divides the parallelogram into four equal area for triangles, or every diagonal divides two equal area for triangle, which we already written triangle ABC congruent to the triangle ACD. Triangle ABC that is equal to ACD. Second, ABD, triangle ABD is equal to triangle ABD is equal to BCD. So by each diagonal the parallelogram divides two equal congruent triangles, means their area also equal. But we can say each diagonal divides parallelogram to congruent triangles, otherwise two equal area for triangles. Likewise, two diagonals divides the parallelogram into four equal triangles. We can write here so two diagonals AC and BD divides the parallelogram into four triangles, but their area is equal. Means area for AC and BD divide the parallelogram into four equal triangles. AC and BD divides parallelogram into four equal triangles. Four equal triangles. These are the points to remember. And so we can write here area of triangle AOB is equal to 1/4 of area of parallelogram ABCD. Likewise, area of a triangle AOB is equal to 1/4 of area of a triangle ABCD parallelogram, and area of a triangle ABC is equal to half of a parallelogram ABCD. These are the points. Now once again we discuss these points. Parallelogram is very in quadrilateral chapter. Before we learn rhombus, square, rectangle, trapezium, so parallelogram is very important to understand rectangle, square and rhombus, because rectangle, square, rhombus all are parallelogram. So there are so many points, so many terms, so many statements relating to parallelogram. First, a parallelogram. What is parallelogram? A parallelogram is a quadrilateral or polygon or rectilinear figure in which two pair of opposite sides are parallel to each other. Second point, which sides are parallel? They are also equal. Means ABCD, AB is equal to CD, and BC is equal to AD. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. Then opposite angles are also equal. Angle A is equal to angle C. Angle A is equal to angle C. Angle B is equal to angle A is equal to angle C. Angle B is equal to angle D. Then consecutive angles are supplementary to each other, which we tell cojoint angle. So angle A and B are consecutive angles or cojoint angle, because this is AD and BC are parallel lines and this is the transversal. So angle A and B are cojoint angles or consecutive angles. Angle A and D are also consecutive angles whenever AB and CD are parallel and AD is the transversal. So angle A plus D is 180 degree, A plus B is 180 degree, B plus C is 180 degree, and angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. This is the cojoint angle or consecutive angles. Then opposite angles are equal, opposite sides are equal, consecutive angles are supplementary to each other. Then there are two diagonals in the parallelogram AD, AC and BD, AC and BD. There are two diagonals AC and BD. Two diagonals bisect at a point. Suppose the bisecting point is O, so OA is equal to OB, OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Every diagonal bisect at a O, so this equal to this and BO is equal to DO at point O. Next things, parallelogram, every diagonal or each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. If we take the diagonal AC, so triangle ABC congruent to triangle ADC, and if we take the diagonal BD, so triangle ABD congruent to the triangle BCD. Which triangles are congruent? Their area also equal. So each diagonal divides the parallelogram into two equal area of a triangle, means two equal triangles. Likewise, two diagonals of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into four equal triangles, means area of a triangle AOB is equal to area of a triangle BCO is equal to area of a triangle CDO is equal to area of a triangle AOD is equal to 1/4 of the area of a parallelogram ABCD. This much is the special kinds of a quadrilateral. First figure over quadrilateral, that is trapezium. Second special kind of a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. This is very, very important. Now take a screenshot. We will go to the next special kind of parallelogram. If you understand this parallelogram and some terms, statements relating parallelogram, you can easily understand the rectangle, square and rhombus, because they are parallelogram. Now take a screenshot. Then next, quadrilateral is a rectangle. Number 3, a rectangle. What is a rectangle? Rectangle is a parallelogram. Now this is the rectangle. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a rectangle. Why? Because each angle is 90 degree. Nothing else. Only one condition for parallelogram converted to a rectangle. Only one condition. In a parallelogram, if one angle of a parallelogram is 90 degree, then that parallelogram is called a rectangle. Now look how. If one angle is 90 degree, first this is a parallelogram. According to definition of a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel to each other and opposite sides are also equal. So AD is parallel to BC. In this rectangle AD, as this is the parallelogram AD parallel to BC and AB parallel to CD. Because rectangle is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. Rectangle is a parallelogram. First this is a parallelogram. Rectangle is a parallelogram in which, according to parallelogram definition, opposite sides are parallel and equal. Means opposite sides are parallel. Also AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD. Over. Then in which parallelogram or a rectangle is a parallelogram in which one angle is 90 degree. If this is 90 degree, if angle B is 90 degree, according to parallelogram definition, consecutive angles, the sum of consecutive angles is 180 degree or co-joint angles 180 degree. As the B angle is 90 degree, B and C are consecutive angles. Sum of B and C is 180 degree. So it is obviously 90 degree. And C and D are consecutive angles. So if this is 90 degree, this is 90 and this is also 90. So only we can tell the definition of a rectangle. In a parallelogram, if each angle or only one angle be 90 degree, minimum definition, rectangle is a parallelogram or rectangle is a parallelogram in which at least one angle will be 90 degree, then that parallelogram is a rectangle. According to quadrilateral, what is the definition of a rectangle? In a quadrilateral or a rectangle is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel to each other, then it is converted to parallelogram. Opposite sides, the definition of a parallelogram in a quadrilateral, if opposite sides are parallel, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. According to quadrilateral, if you try to give the definition of a rectangle, so rectangle is a quadrilateral in which both pair of opposite sides are parallel and one angle will be 90 degree, then that quadrilateral is called rectangle. Otherwise, rectangle is a parallelogram in which one angle will be 90 degree. So rectangle is a quadrilateral in which one angle is 90 degree. So in this rectangle, according to parallelogram, AB and AC bisect at O due to parallelogram method, parallelogram formula statement. So we need not to write that point, we will write the next point. So as it is a rectangle, so two diagonals are equal. AC is equal to BD. Diagonals are measurement of two diagonals are equal, and diagonals bisect each other at the center, means AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. But in a parallelogram, AO is equal to CO, BO is equal to DO. But in a rectangle, AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. This much in a rectangle. So rectangle, two more things, only nothing else, all conditions of a parallelogram is applied in a rectangle, and the new condition, new terms, new statement about the rectangle, two diagonals are equal and two diagonals bisect at a O point, means AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. So three special quadrilateral are over: trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle. Then we will discuss the many more points relating square, rhombus in your next video. After then we will do some theorems. So for today this much. That's up. Have a nice day today.